The Yu-Gi-Oh! Trading card game has over 10,000 unique cards for players to collect, trade, and construct their own personal decks. But what would happen if players only had access to the bare minimum? In this series, both the TheRJB0 and myself will each open a very select amount of sealed product. Once we open that product, we must build a deck using only those specific cards pulled, that's it. And at the end of each episode, we discard the entirety of our pulls to the graveyard and start from scratch with a new product. Every card counts. This is Yu-Gi-Oh! Sealed Showdown. If you want 5% off any singles or sealed product, click the affiliate links in the description and use code CIMOOOOO5. And clicking the TCG Player affiliate link before you shop helps support us to provide you with more amazing content. Did any of you guys ever play Sonic Adventure 2 Battle and remember the Knuckles level that's like the song with Aquatic Mine? Every time I see Haunted Mine, that song just plays in my head, even though it's not the same thing, but like I just want to go, it starts going to my head like, let's take a dive to the Haunted Mine. Oh man, that's such a classic. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Gold Series Haunted Mine. That was probably the highlight of this episode because everything else is going to be going downhill. This set fucking sucks. There is nothing good about this. The main reason for that is because the card quality is just terrible. You would think like with a set that has like a zombie synergistic theme, there'd be some cool stuff, but RJ is probably going to say this if I don't, and it's that the most exciting play that might happen this episode is Call of the Mummy summon Despair from the Dark, if that gives you any expectation. But sometimes these episodes turn out to be fun. So only 5 packs because we have a billion cards. And honestly, when I see stuff like Solemn Judgment and Call of the Haunted, that gives me like some hope. And Master Hyperion's cool, but this isn't an agent set, so we can't really play this in all honesty. Everything else, we did get Call of the Mummy, we did get Despair from the Dark, so if that is the meta, at least we have like the main way to actually do that. There's some other weird stuff in here as well, like Red Ogre, I guess. Like, I guess we could be doing that. Zombie Master's kind of cool. There's some Dark Scorpion stuff. Double Costin helps us, like, mitigate the fact if we do play some, like, big tribute dudes, although I just realized Red Ogre's an Earth and not a Dark, so that actually doesn't do anything for that, but at least it works from Despair from the Dark. Everything else is just sort of, like, whatever.
And now we go from the sublime to the ridiculous. Battle Pack was fun, despite the results, but Haunted Mine is just about the worst set for sealed I've ever seen, besides possibly maybe the 3rd Gold Series. We're not doing well on the Gold Series sets. Let's see what we can get from this one. Pack number 1, Dark Hole is a pretty good one. Blue Eyes is a pretty terrible one. Let's take a look at our commons. The commons are really what's important here. We've got Goblin Zombie, that's great. It can search us nothing in this set. Book of Life is great. Ryukoki is good. Zoma the Spirit, Tiki Soul, Tiki Curse, very, very good cards. We would like to get to see 3 of those. I believe Call of the Mummy is a common in here that I did not pull in this first pack.
And so, as per traditional gold sets, you probably just saw every common we're going to be playing with in that first pack. And so, really what you want to focus your attention on is right here. These 3 cards, which are the gold rares, that's what we are looking for. Brio is sick, but I don't even know if there's a single tuner in this entire set. Gores is actually hilarious, but the problem is if Call of the Mummy is sort of the meta, Gores is not good because then we actually have some anti-synergy between these cards. Fabled Grimro, there could be something here just to get stuff into the grave, but we'll have to see. Everything else looks like exactly how it did in the first pack. I don't think we got Goblin Zombie the first time, actually. If we didn't, that's our second, but nice little pickup there. Everything else is just like kind of meh. We'll have to see.
All right, pack number 2. Solemn Judgment, also a good one. Naturia Beast, also a card we cannot summon in this set. This set is truly incredible, folks. Another Goblin Zombie that can search nothing because Pyramid Turtle gets 1400 defense. Dark Mimic level 1 is good for drawing at least. Dark Mimic level 3 is good for the same. We're really going to be on Tiki Soul, Tiki Curse Turbo, aren't we? Red Ogre also pretty solid, I guess. Pack number 3, Starlight Road is, I suppose, okay if Alex gets a Dark Hole, maybe. Herald of Perfection is unusable, and so is Fabled Grimro. I love this set, folks. Another Book of Life is great. More Tiki Curse, more Tiki Soul. There's my first Call of the Mummy, and a Zombie Master. Okay, we now do have things that we can summon with our guys. That's worthwhile, at least.
Pack number 3, Dark Hole and Call of the Haunted again. I mean, like, these are the types of cards we want to see in the gold rare slot, because these are some of the better cards in the whole set. Blue Eyes, funny, you know, I was about to say that this is terrible, but this has 3,000 attack, and Despair from the Dark is only 28. So funny enough, this actually beats that. So if there's a way to get this into the grave, which there is, because we have stuff like the Fabled Grimrow and such, this could be maybe better, because then we can keep Call of the Haunting back the Blue Eyes, and it's actually harder to kill by comparison. So I kind of want to see. Maybe we're going to be playing Blue Eyes this episode. Anything else good in the comments? I'm not sure if we got Ryukoki actually before, so that's pretty relevant. And I think that's our first Book of Life. That's a bit frustrating because I would like to see 3 of this, because this card's crazy.
Next pack, another Dark Hole is great. Naturia Barkion is another card I can't summon. There's a Despair from the Dark, which is great in combination with Call of the Mummy, which we did get a second copy of. We do want to see 3 copies of this. Donzalug is also potentially interesting. If we can get a large number of monsters onto the board and then swing in, that may be worthwhile. 3 Book of Life is great, though. We've pretty much gotten what we want out of the commons, except maybe another Call of the Mummy. Can we get something ridiculous from our last set of Ghost Golds? Ghost Golds. And Gore's the Emissary of Darkness. That's what I'm talking about. And a Call of the Haunted. We have so much resurrection, but Gore's is what we were looking for out of that Ghost Gold spot. Love to see him. We've got a Zoma the Spirit and more Book of Life, and there's our 3rd Call of the Mummy. Okay, we are in very good shape when it comes to the monsters and commons in our set. We could have gotten better gold rares, but honestly, probably not much better. Let's get into the deck building, I suppose.
Second to last pack, there are 2 Synchro monsters that we are probably not going to get to use. Second Dark Hole, though, pretty happy to see that. Did I get another Book of Life? I did not. That is actually kind of annoying. Okay, everything else in here is just basically what we've come to expect. And our last pack, let's just go ahead and knock it out. I would like to see another Call of the Haunted, I guess, to get 3, or another Dark Hole. That'd be pretty good. And I think we got the 3 worst cards that this could have been, because we're not playing Dark Worlds. We don't have tuners, I don't believe. And why the fuck would we play Herald of Perfection when we have no fairies? So, yeah, that's what I've come to expect from this set. Second Book of Life, though. Happy to see that. All right, this is going to be a absolute clusterfuck of an episode, so let's get to building.
Oh, this is gonna be the worst. Oh, this is gonna suck. Look at all these trap monsters. We're never gonna connect any life points. And things I love about my pulls include the 1 copy of the common Zombie Master that I got. Wonderful, wonderful things there. I guess to run through my specific choices, pretty much all of this stuff was generic. I decided to run the 1 Bone Crusher to deal with things like Alex's Tiki Curses or Tiki Souls or Calls of the Mummy. I'm only running 2 Call of the Mummy because I don't want to run that many big zombie monsters in my deck, especially because I only got 1 Despair from the Dark. But I did want to run some zombie stuff, so I made some choices there. I think Red Ogre is actually generally better than Despair from the Dark if you're not running the 3 Call of the Mummy. It is potentially a win condition in and of itself if you get to tribute summon it, which is not terribly difficult. Patrician of Darkness is actually cute. I actually think this card is going to make a difference here. I don't think Alex would think of it because it's just one of those DM era jank things. But if you get a Tiki combo on the board alongside Patrician of Darkness, you can always force your opponent to attack into the Tiki monster you want them to hit. Or if they have a smaller monster, you can threaten them with the Patrician of Darkness because they can't attack your Tikis. I think this card could be genuinely just worth going into, especially with all the cards that I'm fine with being destroyed by battle. I also pulled Dark Hole and Solemn Judgment and Call of the Haunted, so there's that. Side deck is side deck cards. Cards I think might come up, like Cliff the Trap Remover, if I do think things are going to connect. More zombie stuff, if I feel truly down bad. Hidden Spellbook to, I don't know, shuffle back Book of Life. This is a terrible set. Let's get into the games.
Well, my worst fears seem to have been confirmed, considering the fact that looking at this deck, it is like giant zombie turbo or bust. I shouldn't say that. There's like some other kind kind of cool stuff going on here. So let's do the card by card. So I've got a couple of Dark Mimics. Honestly, these are the last two cards I put into the deck because I felt that for what I was trying to do, this fit the role best, and I'm just trying to draw cards. So that's why these are here. Triple Despair from the Dark and triple Red Ogre. The main game plan is to just activate Call the Mummy and drop one of these giant 2800s. That's just really hard for Robert to deal with, and that's pretty much the name of the game. So if we can get that turn one, we'll be looking pretty good. But we have to play something else, right? So we have to sort of supplement that strategy. So the rest of the deck is sort of tailored to allow us to like hard tribute summon one of these if like the situation arises. So that's why Double Costin is in here, because this makes it that we can tribute Despair from the Dark by just using it. We've got 2 Goblin Zombies to search out the other zombie cards in the deck. I only pulled 1 Pyramid Turtle somehow, which I'm kind of pissed about, because if these were Pyramid Turtles, our deck would actually be looking quite solid, but it's sealed Showdown. We have to deal with it. Ryukogi's in here as a target off of Pyramid Turtle, but honestly, we could just sack like any of our like trap monsters for a Ryukogi, and like that's probably fine. And then Zombie Master's in here because this is a nice way to get to our guys as well, because we can, let's say like Book of Life or Call the Haunted Zombie Master, pitch something to be able to summon another zombie, sack both for either Despair from the Dark or Red Ogre, and actually if we normal summon Red Ogre, it has an effect, so that's kind of sick. So that's sort of the idea here, and what's cool with Red Ogre is that it can target any cards on the field based on how many cards you discard and bounce them to the hand, allowing us to recycle cards like Call of the Haunted, so that's pretty cool. The spells, we've got 2 Book of Life for Resurrection, Call the Mummy's just there to get big dudes onto the field. Darkhole's like pretty much the only removal card that we have, but we'll take it. I'm happy we have 2. Triple Pyramid of Wonders. So this is like calling back to the Banner of Courage days, if you guys remember that episode. Pyramid of Wonders says all zombie monsters you control gain 200 attack for each monster your opponent controls, and since this is going to be a mirror match, those numbers actually are quite relevant. Then, if exactly 1 zombie monster you control and no other cards would be destroyed, you can send this card to the graveyard instead. So not only is it Banner of Courage, but we could just send it to protect like a Despair or a Red Ogre at will, which is pretty sick. But in most other instances, it'll make our guys large enough that if Robert controls monsters, that our guys will just be slightly bigger. So I think this card is actually incredible since our deck is all zombies. Then we have traps, Double Call the Haunted, happy that we pulled this. And then we just have a fuck ton of trap monsters. Actually, that's not true. We have 1 Solemn Judgment in here, but 2 Embodiment of Apopus. I hate you can only use this on your main phase, but whatever. 2 Tiki Curse and 2 Tiki Soul. This is nice because this is actually another form of removal that we have if we have both of them active. And then Zone of the Spirit's kind of neat because it's a way to burn Robert potentially. And again, it's just another dude. And all of these are special summonable, which is I maxed out on them because it means that we could pair them with other monsters already on the field, go for big tribute plays, or they're just more dudes that we can hit Robert in the face direct with. So hopefully that ends up working out the way I hope it does. The extra deck, we're not playing anything. It's just for mind games. I don't think there's a single tuner in this entire set, and if there is, we didn't pull it. The side deck, I have another Dark Mimic in case that turned out to be good. A Dark Scorpion Chick, the yellow, is kind of cool because we can like sort of bounce back like Call the Haunteds or stuff maybe like Robert has on the field. Cliff is in here because being able to stop Call of the Mummy seems like a very ideal situation, but the problem is Cliff is not going to get in very easily considering there's so many trap monsters in the set, and not to mention everything in the set basically just bodies Cliff in terms of stats. So I really like the idea of just swinging in with this, popping Call of the Mummy, and that basically stops Robert's follow-up, but with all these trap monsters that can be used at will, and again, their stats are all larger than Cliff, I don't think it's good enough, but I have it in here just in case. Gores seems nuts, but there's way too many cards we want to just keep on the field that I don't think Gores is actually that good. Like, if we have Call of the Mummy or Pyramid up, we're never summoning Gores. It's just, like, actually impossible. I don't think there's even a way to remove Call of the Mummy from the field, so that's just basically a disaster waiting to happen. Theoretically, if we Gores first, then use all the other stuff, then that's great, but I just don't think that's going to happen. I've also got 2 Lady in White. She's just like a 2200 defender, so she's kind of big, but I just feel like the other cards in here are just a little bit better. Blue Eyes is very funny. Blue Eyes with Call of the Haunted is bigger than Despair from the Dark or Red Ogre, but we have like Pyramid of Wonders, so like I don't think it's that good. It's just very funny though. I put 3 Spellbook Organization in here. There are times in Sealed where you just want to see a particular card, and so being able to duality at the cost of a minus seems like fine in my eyes, and maybe this will work. And then 2 Physical Double. This card's terrible, but I figure like at the worst case scenario, this is basically a negate attack, and so I don't know, maybe it'll come up. I like the way my main deck looks, so I doubt I'm going to dip into the side very much, but anything's possible. I can't wait to see what Robert brought to the table. Let's not make you guys wait any longer. It's time to duel. All right, Robert, you and I have been dreading this episode for the past, like, month, but we cannot put it off any longer. I think this episode could be kind of funny, but I don't have high expectations for this, I'll say that.
It's definitely going to be that kind of funny where you've been up all night at like working on something like brain blendingly just like involved, and you have no brain power left, and just like the slightest thing makes you laugh. Yep. That's the kind of funny this is going to be, I think.
All right, let's shout the patron. SC or S-Engage, Sengage. I don't know what the hell that says, but in any case, thank you for the support. We appreciate it. I have my dice, so let's go ahead and beat you in rock, paper, scissors. I'd take that back. Never mind. I will lose to you in rock, paper, scissors. All right.
I'm going first.
I was about to say.
I will be the first one to set trap monsters today.
Yes, you. I think the trap monsters honestly make this more interesting than I first thought, but we'll see.
This may actually be less exciting turn than I expected. I'm gonna set 2 and pass.
All right, I'll draw. Stand by anything?
Nothing in stand.
All right, cool. I open the FTK. I activate Call of the Mummy.
Oh no!
Declare Call of the Mummy. Summon despair from the dark.
Oh, this card's pretty good.
All right, normal zombie master. Let's get in.
Oh god, this really is the FTK.
Yeah.
It is Goblin Zombie.
All right.
I'll declare Goblin Zombie.
Go for it. I'll hit you for 18.
Nope,
while you're
that's
doing
not
it.
what I meant. For once, that isn't what I wanted to do.
For
okay.
once.
All right. You're going to grab... This one's going to shock you. Going to grab Zombie.
Never would have guessed. I will say it's interesting that for a zombie set, Goblin Zombie does not have very many targets. It's kind of interesting. I'll set one and pass. Go ahead.
True. Oh, well, I mean,
that's pretty good. All right, sure.
It'll do okay. Normal summon a zombie master of our own.
Sure.
Do you have a response to the normal summon?
Nope, you can do the fun stuff.
I am going to declare zombie master, discarding Bone Crusher, targeting Bone Crusher.
Sure. You gonna pop my Call of the Mummy?
Honestly tempted. That kind of seems like the thing to do, but you also probably have a trap monster back there. And I don't know which I find more threatening at the moment. I think I'm actually going to hit the face down with this Bone Crusher.
Sure, it's Tiki Soul.
Hell yeah.
If it eventually goes to the graveyard. There we go.
I kind of want to get aggro. That kind of feels like the move
Book of
here.
Life.
Not quite.
Or your own trap monster, potentially. Embodiment of a Popus. Got to use it in that good old main phase.
Into battle.
Sure.
I'll attack in with Bone Crusher and then Zombie Master.
Take it all.
Main phase 2, I guess we just activate Pyramid of Wonders and pass, and Bone Crusher gets destroyed.
Sure. All right. I'll draw. Stand by main.
Stand by main is fine.
Call the Mummy. Bring him out. Bring him out. Bring him out.
Oh, he's big.
He's big. It will hit.
It is... Honestly, I think I'm going to take the 800 here and pitch my Pyramid of Wonders.
Makes sense to me. Go ahead.
All right, draw for turn. This may be the end of the game, buddy. Yeah, that's enough. I'm going to go the second Dark Hole.
Jesus Christ. All right, sure. And then Zombie Master, Zombie Master, I imagine?
Yep, Book of Life.
Oh, Book of Life just does it too.
I will banish Despair from the Dark, and I'll summon my Zombie Master.
Yep.
And then I will summon my Zombie Master. And then I'll declare Zombie Master, targeting your Zombie Master, discarding Patrician of Darkness.
Oh my god. Sure. Show me your trap monster, sir.
It's the Tiki Soul.
Oh my god. That's exact, too. That's even more demoralizing. All right. Boy, I was just so eager to get back in for game 2 that I accidentally hit go first. But that's what I'm going to be doing. So let's get
right.
it. I mean, double Dark Hole.
Worked out in my favor. I will say the draws were in my favor that time around.
Yeah, you could say that. That's for sure. I'm going to go set 1, 2, 3, 4. Go ahead.
Draw for turn. Oh, that's a hand, all right. What do I... Just set 3 pass. Is that the plan? I think the plan is indeed set 3 pass. Your go.
I'm down. All right, we'll draw. Let's... I don't know my chances of connecting, in all honesty, but I'm kind of tempted to find out. Normal double Costin.
Ooh, okay.
I'll flip Globin Zombie.
Goblin zombie is a-okay.
If that's your what else would you set in all honesty in this set? I'm kind of thinking like if I want to just try to get in with Goblin Zombie instead. It could be a Pyramid Turtle. Yeah, we'll do this.
It is Pyramid Turtle.
Sure.
And with it I shall summon the Patrician of Darkness.
Excellent. Fantastic. Yeah, that's it. Go ahead.
All right, draw for turn. Let's go. Oh, that's not good. Okay, a normal summon a second Pyramid Turtle.
Sure.
Let's go to battle phase. Try to clean up here.
So I'm gonna take 3.
Yeah.
And then 1.
Yeah.
Trigger Goblin Zombie. 1,200 or less. There's only like a couple targets, unfortunately, that this works with. Yeah, we'll get Zombie Master.
Yeah, it's really shockingly mid card in this format. And I will pass turn on that, I guess.
I'll draw. Fucking Patrician of Darkness.
Patrician of Darkness, surprisingly good card in this format.
Well, let's try it again.
Okay.
Activate.
That is a-okay. Yeah.
Bring him out.
He big. Anything I want to do about what's about to happen to me? Not particularly.
And then I'm feeling frisky, so let's go ahead and activate Embodiment of Apopus.
That's very frisky.
Then why is this card only in the main phase? It's so bad. All right, we'll go to
really
battle.
bad.
I will attack with Despair from the Dark. Who is Despair from the Dark attacking?
I am going to shock you by telling you that Despair from the Dark is attacking Pyramid Turtle.
I'm shocked. I'm telling you, I never would have guessed or seen that coming. Yeah.
I'll take 16.
Okay.
I have some pretty garbage options to go into here, Alex. I will not lie to you.
That's this whole set. This whole set is garbage options for us to go into, so that would not surprise me.
We're gonna go into Goblin Zombie.
Excellent. Yeah, that's all I'm doing. I forgot Patrician of Darkness, you just redirect attacks, period. It's not that like you have to attack other things. So yeah, the Embodiment of Apopus literally does nothing here.
Okay. We have plays here. Are they good plays? Remains to be seen. Let's just go battle phase and I'll attempt to get in with Patrician.
Yeah, I'll take the 4.
Okay. Main phase 2, I will set a monster and pass.
We'll draw. My turn.
Oof. That's honestly okay. It's a Dark Mimic.
Hell yeah. All right. So you trigger
and
your
I'll use
Goblin
Goblin Zombie.
Yep.
We'll grab Zombie Master.
Sure. Seems pretty good. Book of Life.
Yuck.
Go for the Despair. Let's get rid of your... You have 2 Pyramids, so that's redundant. I'm actually going to get rid of Patrician. He's kind of an asshole.
He's such an asshole.
He's kind of an asshole. Like, not going to lie. It's kind of annoying. I have to deal with all your, like, fucking trap monsters, probably. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just smack for 28.
I'll take 28.
Okay. Over to you.
It's a little bit risky to let the 28 go through, but I'll honestly take. Let's go Dark Hole.
He's got a Dark Hole of his own. I'll judge this. This has been your favorite card in the past few episodes, hasn't it?
It really has. It's been kind of terrible for me. God, what do I do?
You play the second Dark Hole, obviously.
Kind of tempting. I'm going to set a back row and a monster. Pass to you.
Draw. What are we doing? Probability that I game you through 3 back row is probably, like, impossible.
Not significant. Not a good possibility.
I guess I'll try to get some pressure going.
Okay.
Let's go battle. I feel like double Costin can probably clear anything, so I'm gonna try this.
Behold, Dark Mimic level 1.
Get your draw. Get your draw.
I will.
All right. 28.
Okay.
Show me the trap monster.
I do have at least one trap monster. I will tell you that. Yeah, I am going to take this opportunity to go for Zoma the Spirit.
I see. Okay. That's annoying. Yeah, that's fine. So I can kill Zoma, but the problem is I take 2,800 if I do. And
not a small amount of damage.
Courtesy of that solemn judgment of mine, I put myself at a very low life total. I mean, it's doable. I just don't know if I want to smack myself for that much. That's a lot. I will not redeclare.
Okay.
I am going to activate Tiki Curse, though.
Okay. Yeah.
And we'll just take out Zoma.
I will Tiki Soul.
I see. That's going to be frustrating to deal with. So the problem here now is if I attack your Zoma, it'll just get reset.
Correct.
Yeah, I don't think I can afford to attack, honestly. I'll just pass.
Okay. Draw for turn. That is exactly the funniest draw in my deck. Does Zoma read the attack of Tiki Curse if Tiki Curse gets destroyed by battle?
It wouldn't be a sealed Showdown episode if we didn't answer this question.
Without one of these rulings, exactly. Yeah.
I don't see why it wouldn't.
The reason I think it wouldn't is because Tiki Curse in the graveyard doesn't have attack points. I guess it doesn't have to be destroyed and sent to the graveyard.
Right. Like, it says inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attack of the monster that destroyed it. So, like, I feel like it's inconsequential where the Tiki Curse is at that point.
Okay. Then I think I'm in a pretty good situation.
Yeah. So if that's what I mean. This makes it so awkward regardless because like you could crash it into Tiki Curse, get rid of both of them. You could crash it into Despair. Like it doesn't really matter. It's like bad no matter what for me.
Yeah, I think the plan here is to... I can't think of any way that this particular move loses me the game, so I think I'm going to go for it. I am going to normal summon Regenerating Mummy.
Okay.
We'll move Zoma to attack. I'll go into battle. I'll swing into Curse with Zoma.
So they both die.
And then Zoma goes to the back row.
Yep. And then I take 18.
You do. And then I'll attack over Costin with Regenerating.
Take 100.
Main phase 2, I will set a back row, and I will pass the turn.
I'll draw. So I think I have to put Despair from the Dark to defense.
I think that's true.
Set one and pass. Yeah, because otherwise you just go end phase Zoma, put it to attack on your turn, and then just attack into Despair, and I'd lose.
Draw for turn. Oh, buddy, I have found an infinitely stupider way for you to lose. I am going to tribute summon Red Ochre.
That'll do it. Yep, there he is.
I'll declare it discarding 2
Fucking
to target
Junior
both your
Journey
monsters.
crossover.
Is that a Junior Journey reference? Let's go!
Yeah, all right, we're fucking dead. Oh my god. Yeah, we didn't think this was gonna be entertaining. What are we talking about? I just got slapped.
Garbage.
Holy shit.
Oh my god. Okay.
Let's quickly do the game 3, I guess.
Okay.
Wow, that I feel like I was not even close at all. That was a disaster. I picked scissors. I don't know if it matters.
You picked scissors? Okay, yeah. I'll pick paper. There you go.
Yeah.
That was something already.
Yeah, that was. I mean, we got to see some fun stuff. We got to see Red Ogre actually activate its effect. I got Call of the Mummy 2 out of 2 games, so that was fun.
You did. That's true.
Yeah, and it lost me the game both times. So it wasn't even that good.
Most of the interesting interactions in this set. We've gotten to see some Book of Life Zombie Master shenanigans.
Yeah.
We've gotten to see a million trap monsters.
Tiki Soul Zoma is just nasty. That's
Tiki
so
Soul
gross.
Zoma is kind of a win con in and of itself.
Yeah.
What is that? Like, definitely a pyramid turtle. That's definitely going to get you into a Ryukoki. Yeah, I'm not attacking into that. You can have it. Keep your Keep your pyramid turtle on the board. I'm gonna set 3 paths.
All right, I'll draw. Joke's on you. It wasn't a pyramid turtle. Now what do we do? We'll sack him off for Koki.
Ooh, I will solemn judgment this.
You have a judgment of your own.
Yeah.
Tricky, tricky, tricky. Okay.
And you can't Book of Life me because I don't have a monster in the grave.
I
so
can't, but I
take
can
that.
call the haunted it, so.
What? No!
We'll try it.
It is also a Dark Mimic level
Excellent.
1.
All right. I was not a coward to attack like you. I guess that's gonna do it. Go ahead.
That's it. That's the turn. Okay.
That was the turn. That's all we can do in this set, buddy. There's not many big plays we can do.
You know what we can do? We just Dark Hole again.
Jesus,
Just
it
keep
never
going,
ends.
baby.
It never ends.
Normal summon, regenerating
Sure.
mummy.
Bring him on.
Battle phase attack.
Take 18.
That's my whole turn. That's what I've got to work with.
All right. This is the Ryu Koki that keeps on coking, I guess.
Keeps
Get rid of
coking.
Yeah, he keeps coking. All right. Bring him back.
All right.
Just kill this.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do about that. I'll take 6.
And that's all I got. Go ahead.
All right, let's draw for turn. Actually, what you're really going to own me with is Solemn Judgment. I'll try it anyway. We'll go Tiki Curse.
Sure.
Okay, we'll go Tiki Soul.
Got the full combo. Yep.
We do. God, no, that's not actually the plan. It's funny, but it's not the actual plan. Yeah, let's normal summon Zombie Master.
Sure.
Battle phase. Soul into Koki.
So you take 14.
Take 14 and
We
then Soul
both
goes to
die.
grave.
Sure.
Yeah. And then 18 directly with Curse.
This combo should look familiar.
Oh, wait, no, hey.
Would you like to redeclare?
I kind of think I have to. I think I lose the same amount of life points if I redeclare as if I don't redeclare. So I'll take the 18. What's the worst that could happen?
Sure, okay. You can take your 18. That's fine.
I'll attack directly.
That's fine.
Okay, main phase 2, I'll Book of Life, targeting Regenerating Mummy and Koki.
Sure.
Cool. All right. I don't think it really matters what position I put Regenerating Mummy in. So I guess I'll pass.
You failed to consider the third option that I own you with.
Oh, yeah, that's true. There
All right,
it
we got
is.
it.
All right.
I wish Dark Mimic had 100 extra attacks. I could have won with that. But all right, yeah, this is basically how we expected this to go. This was awful.
Sus.
This
Yeah,
was terrible.
that was not good.
Yeah.
The last game I could have sacked Curse and Soul for Red Ogre,
That'd have been funny.
but I would have lost to the exact same set of cards.
Exactly, yeah. Like in that position, yeah, there was nothing that you could have done. So I see we both got 2 Dark Hole and 1 Solemn Judgment at least.
Yes, we did.
I got 2 Call the Haunted as well.
Oh, that's pretty good. I think I got 1 Call of the Haunted.
The joke's on you. I only had 1 Pyramid Turtle somehow. So
That's
that was...
okay. I had 2 Pyramid Turtle and 1 Zombie Master.
Oh my god. 1 Zombie Master.
That's
okay.
why I was on the Regenerating Mummy, because it's Zombie Master at home.
I guess it's 1800. I guess you're not wrong. I still lost this somehow, which I'm kind of mad about, but I'm like, call the mummy. It's so good. And I just get waxed anyway. It doesn't even matter. I guess you had double Dark Hole the first game, which was pretty rough. And then
I did have double Dark Hole.
the Soul Zoma combo is kind of hard to beat because we just have no real way to interact with it in all honesty. So
That's true.
it's rough.
This is just an entire format of all the worst interactions you can think of. Just the most unfun things you can possibly imagine.
Yeah, I mean, it ended up being like slightly more fun than I was anticipating, but I don't think for the right reasons. Like, there's not even really much to talk about. Like, we literally saw everything our decks do, and like that's it. Like, that's what this set is. So I even like we even got to see the Bone Crusher thing too. I considered doing that too, but I actually opted against it just because the only way you can do the Bone Crusher thing is with Zombie Master exactly. You can't do it with Book of Life. You can't do it with Call of the Haunted because it has to be revived with a zombie, which is so stupid. But
it is really dumb that it has to be a Zombie Master's effect. Otherwise, it would just be a decent card, but instead it's absolute jank.
Like, even if you could Pyramid Turtle into it, that would be nice. But no, it has to be from the graveyard, so, like, that doesn't work either. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. We've had worse episodes, I guess, but we've had many better episodes by comparison. It was an experience, that's for sure.
The thing we can really say about this set that tells you about the experience is Game 2, Patrician of Darkness basically won me the game.
Basically, yeah. I don't even think I considered Patrician. I had the one Ryukoki in the deck, but Patrician, like, being able to redirect the attacks was insane because I just couldn't really work around it all that much. And there's no other way to clear it aside from like a Tiki combo or like a Dark Hole, basically. Or just, like, somehow getting more big dudes on the field, but that's not, like, the easiest thing to do, especially in the early game. So, yeah, good games, buddy. I gotta hand it to you. There's not really much else to say. So guys, that's going to wrap it up for another video. I really hope you all enjoyed. Let's go ahead and shout out the patrons for all of their continued support. So shout out to Shadow1317, Tim00x3, Moto, MBT Playing Dolce, Cameron Smith, Pony Stark, Part 2, The Synchro Guy, Dan Manhoben, Phoenix the Immortal, Dixon Yamada, Draconic Jordan Coons, Iron Bladesman Jesse Wood, Chris Hood, Valen Jackson, Little Fadeleaf, Dylan Hunter, Cody Brett's Extremely Vulgar Man, Brody Eastwood, Carlos DT, Flannel Daddy, Hornet, Inuna Taisho, thanks for the sleeves, Dad, Max, Matthew Brady, Twinkle Muncher, Dalton, Luabon, Yodabon. I've tried reading cards before, it was horrible, and my guinea pigs had to give me therapy. Helios515, Simos Chaos Cooking Draft, Cheeks McLafferty, Stolpen Amethyst, Nim Noodle, Malabranch of the Burning Tunnels, Wonder Waffle, MBT Cancel by all Community soon, Cancel by all Committee soon, Cancel by all Players soon, Sakura-san, Shrugzix, The Crystal Beast Enthusiast, ITF, Corvain, and True Dragon Gaming. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you next time.